This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is a special episode of the Dressage Radio Show, and we'd like to bring you updates on the progress of Courtney King-Dye as she recovers from an accident that took place on March the 3rd. And I'm joined now by Lendon Gray, who has been a friend, a trainer and mentor of Courtney's now for some 17 years, is it, Lendon?
Yes, it is. She came to me as a basic working student when she was 15.
Tell us about how this happened back on March the 3rd, the accident that happened to Courtney. I believe she was schooling at home.
Yeah, she was schooling a horse at home, a very nice horse. It wasn't the horse's fault at all. She was cantering him and just asked him to push his haunches sideways, and he just stepped on himself and sort of sat down and tipped over. There was, no wild bucking, or there was no resistance from the horse. He just took a bad step, sat down and tipped over. She stayed on him, which meant, he sort of fell on her leg, although there's no damage to the leg. And her head hit the ground. The horse, got up and was immediately fine, and she was unconscious and was eventually airlifted to the hospital in West Palm Beach.
And now, as we record this is March the 20th, and I know you've been by her side all this time. Tell us what were the extent of her injuries, Lendon, and how she's doing today.
She has what's called a brain shear injury, and she's been in a coma from the beginning. She has been moved a couple days ago from intensive care to what they call the step down, which is sort of a less intensive care. So she's stable. She's still basically in a coma, although we sort of talk about her coming a little closer to the surface. With her eyes are open much of the time now, and she will track, for example, a photograph. We've used photographs of Idicus, particularly, and her little dog, Eva, and she'll track that with her eyes. She's been doing that for about 4 days now, and even will track a photo moving her head. She has, sort of made eye contact and looked for her husband when he came in, and her father as well. She's very active on her left side and will move that hand and react to touch, to things that she touches, and hold a hand and open it. You can't really say she's following instructions, but very close to following instructions on that left side. She has moved all parts of her body, but her left side is certainly her active side. She still has a very long road ahead of her. Even if she were to completely wake up today, she has a long road of therapy. And that's about where we stand now. We have either people that are close to her or family members now with her 24 hours a day, so that whenever she is conscious or coming close, there's a familiar face and a familiar voice with her. And I think that's about where it stands at the moment.
Well, we appreciate you bringing these updates to us, Lendon. I know you've been by her side for such a long time now, yeah. And I know that you have the best wishes of the community, the dressage community, literally around the world supporting you. And there's been some wonderful initiatives, too, in support and fundraising. Would you like to tell us about those?
The support is unbelievable. We have, in her room, we have 2 big notebooks, big sort of 3-4-inch notebooks thick of emails that have been sent to her, as you say, literally from around the world. And there have been already some wonderful fundraisers. Courtney does insurance, but there's a lot that it does not cover. And at this point, we're trying to keep her business going. so that the horses will be there, and all of her horses are staying with her, are currently with her staff. I'm there helping them at the moment. It's the fundraising to help with that, and as I say, the things that aren't covered by insurance. And the support is just unbelievable. The horse world is just an amazing, amazing group of people that have been so supportive and so helpful. It's truly remarkable. And I can't wait to be able to tell Courtney about it and for her to read all these emails and notes and cards and so forth that are coming to her.
Well, that is heartening, and it is very encouraging that she has made this progress already, Lendon. And
yes.
We will put a link to her website on our site with
Great.
these regular updates, and so people know where they can go. And we will take updates from you whenever you're comfortable, and put them on as a special edition here on the Dressage Radio Show. And so we look forward to continuing good news, Lendon, because this is very encouraging.
Absolutely. Yes, thank you very much, Chris.
You're most welcome. Well, that wraps up our special edition of the Dressage Radio Show with the Courtney King updates, which, as I said, we will post on the Dressage Radio Show website as we get them from Lendon Gray. And so we can share that news with you around the world, and we will, of course, put a link to Courtney's website. And if you want to hear future episodes and past episodes of the Dressage Radio Show, please go to dressageradio.com.